Hello world. Today is Fabulous Friday and it's going to be a little low-key. I'm going to try to keep it short because I shot a long version of what I'm about to say in this video and it was 10 minutes and I don't think you want to sit through 10 minutes of my ramblings just yet. So I'm going to try to keep it about 5 minutes, and it's going to be stream of consciousness today. I'm kind of fond of doing that. I think it's fun to do. I do it in my writing and it turns out some interesting things, so bear with me and we're gonna think over some things together. Alright? I'm also in a stairwell, so if you're like, where the hell is she? I'm in a stairwell because my roommate is taking a nap right now. So anyway, moving on with the point of this video. I wanted to point out that today Nelson Mandela passed away at 95 years old, and I think we lost an amazing man who did some incredible things with his life, and I wish I knew more about him, so I probably will do some research this weekend if I get time in between finals and studying and making myself crazy, and get some more information on him, because I just think that it would be a good thing to do some research on somebody other than David Tennant or Matt Smith or somebody of that nature, because I think our culture has a tendency to idolize celebrities as opposed to people who are doing great work in other areas of the world. And I know sometimes it's hard to look at those things because they're serious and they're real and we want to escape from that, but I think that it's important to know what's going on in this world because we're in a unique position. We are in an interconnected society where I could have friends on every continent if I wanted to. And in fact, I have friends who are in Europe right now because I met them when they were foreign exchange students in my high school, or I have met people here who are from all over the place, and I think it's just, we're in an amazing time where we could really be more aware of what's going on around us, and I feel like people are getting less and less informed as opposed to more informed, and I think that's a shame because our generation has this amazing capability, I believe, to do amazing things, and I've really been sitting here pondering just what could we do? What could our generation be known for? What will go down in history from us? I'm in a class right now that's the Harlem Renaissance, and we do film, theater, and music of the Harlem Renaissance, and we're talking about Bessie Smith and Duke Ellington and Ella Fitzgerald and people of that nature, and they didn't know they were going to go down in history. They were making music, they're doing what they love, they're making jazz and blues and, living their lives, and I just wonder who from our generation, who from our time will go down in history. Obviously, we've got people that we know will be written about, presidents and ambassadors and important figures like that, and you've done things that, of course, will be documented. But I wonder, who's going to make a big change? Who's going to do something so incredible that it'll be talked about for hundreds of years? Who's going to be, Revolutionary War kind of people who are going to be the Ella Fitzgeralds, who are going to be the F. Scott Fitzgeralds, who are going to be the people making changes and they don't even realize that they're doing it, the authors and the singers and the dancers and the actors, which I might have just said, and just who's going to go down in history for doing something incredible. I think we've got the capability of being something so much more than we realize, and I think if we all tried, even if we fail, because failure is on the way to success, and we've all heard Thomas Edison quotes about failing 10,000 times, and I found 10,000 ways not to make a light bulb, and I think if we just tried, something's gonna happen. And I think there's so many ways to change and so many things that could be changed and improved upon, and I think we just have this amazing ability to do that. And I just wonder who's going to be those people. Who's going to make the history books? And so at 5 minutes now, I think I'm going to cut this off, and I'm going to leave you with a little bit of a thought. You can comment below, and I'll read them, and maybe we'll talk about them at some point later. But if you were going to make a big change in the world, if you were going to be written about in a history textbook that people are going to read 100 years from now, what would you want to have your name associated with? You know, would you want to be the George Washington with the Revolutionary War? Do you want to be the Thomas Edison with the light bulb, or the Ella Fitzgerald with her music? Or who do you want to be? What would you want to be known for? What do you want to see change in our society today that you would love to see go down in history? Alright, so that's my parting thought for today, and like I said, comment below, and I hope you all have a great weekend, and don't kill yourselves too much with finals, as I try not to do the same, and happy holidays.